message.
Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, May 9th. How are you all doing? How was y'all's week? Mine was intensely busy and aggravating.
At least the crazy part's done.
The crazy part.
The show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got everything ready for the show on Saturday. And the weather deterred people.
Again.
At least I made my table cost. I guess. It was not stellar. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. But it was aggravatingly not stellar. So but I do think the weather played a part in it because the outside vendors were kind of complaining about the wind and not having a lot of people because of the wind, so it is what it is. And we'll see what happens for the fall show. The fall show is 2 days. So, yeah. I don't really have much else to say.
I'm sorry, I've had a supersized pain in the backside Monday. Like Monday went to the gym and got Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime buff.
I had a lovely Monday. I went to stitch with my group at the cafe, and there was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There was 11 of us today. We were on a high note. It was really good though. Got to see my friend Donna, who moved to Florida last year, and I missed her. So I hope you all had a wonderful week. I really do. Why don't we?
I actually got good news.
Joe got good news.
Yeah, my niece is moving to this area in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Little backstory. I'm from New Jersey. I live in Ohio. Most of my family is either in New Jersey or Virginia. And I'm literally the only one in Ohio. 3 guesses why I moved to Ohio. The first 2 don't count. My niece is moving here in 2 weeks after she graduates with a bachelor's degree in psychology. There's a subject I can never get my head around.
I hated psych classes. I really did.
So yeah, it'll be fun when she gets over here and settled. We'll hang out. It's like an hour and a half away.
It's about an hour, depending on where exactly she's at. Might be a little bit less because it was like I googled just the city she was moving to from our house, and it was an hour and 7 minutes. So
okay,
so yes.
People time.
Let's shout out our wonderful viewers.
Hi y'all, what's up?
Wonderful commenters. I don't know if you watch it if you don't comment.
Bridget, Glenna, Angie, Andre, Victoria, ×2, Teresa, Lynn, and Janet.
Yes, Janet commented that vitamin D and the vitamin D deficiency in Ohio is real. Yeah, it is. We just don't get. We have very gray days during winter. Someone suggested my iron could be low. Also a possibility. I mean,
that's why I just said do a multivitamin. There's a reason why I use the word multivitamin, because if you have any deficiencies, it'll fix them. Everything else will go out with the wash.
not really. You can
But I don't think multivitamins can actually do that, though.
No, multivitamins generally can't. So
Yeah, I mean, like, if you take one of every kind, so it's called overdosing.
yes. Victoria asked, her exact words were, "Forgive me if I'm beating a dead horse. You are not beating a dead horse, darling." Why it is not really a good idea to store hand-dyed fabric in plastic. And the reason is very simple. It goes for hand-dyed fabrics and flosses. The plastic, I'm not entirely sure, like, it can discolor the fabric. And this goes for plastic zip top bags. It goes for vinyl front bags. It goes for your Q-snaps and your hoops. If it is made of plastic, long-term storage can and will discolor the fabric. Dragons of Sumatra got slightly discolored in part of it because he had it on
I
the hoop
didn't know back then.
for so long. Well, I kept telling you to take it off, and you didn't.
Well, now I know.
Dragons of Sumatra wasn't that big of a deal because,
I usually did take it off. I just forgot one time and didn't see it for 3 months.
well, and the thing of it is, Dragons of Sumatra wasn't a huge deal because it looked fine with the coloring of the fabric. I know someone who took a piece of brown fabric out of a bag and opened it up, and it had been folded, and she opened it up, and the one section that had been touching the plastic was a different color than the rest of it. And she's like, wonder why that is. I'm like, it's because of the plastic. Long-term storage in plastic does discolor your fabric.
And here I thought it had to do with the whole plastic amplifying sunlight.
Well,
I think that's a different problem because I think that would work on any fabric or floss color, but be it DMC or hand dyed, just because. Well, I've actually seen somebody put a regular cotton Hanes t-shirt in a plastic bag, left it outside for a couple weeks in a dry area, but it got plenty of sunlight, and the side that was at the top was several shades less than the side that was on the bottom.
the sun does fade color.
And plastic makes it worse.
Yes. I mean, a gal I used to stitch with over at Just Stitching Monthly, once a month. She stitched these beautiful Easter eggs on this gorgeous fabric that was purple with purple polka dots on it. Put a lot of time and effort into it. She pulled it off the Q-snap, and part of the fabric was discolored. And the whole reason she did it on the fabric she did was because she wanted that fabric showing when she framed it, and she couldn't do it because it discolored. So, I mean, people will say no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. I've seen it happen.
You can get lucky, and the particular dye they're using doesn't react to the plastic. For the people who like, oh, that didn't happen to me. You might have just gotten lucky.
You might have gotten lucky.
Because I think it has to do with the chemicals in the plastic reacting to the chemicals in the dye.
I don't know. I take no chances. All of my hand-dyed fabric is stored in a way that is not... If, like, it's in a vinyl front bag, it's not stored where it's going to be touching the vinyl.
So I guess I lucked out with where I was storing dragons then.
Mm-hmm. You didn't have it up against the vinyl.
No, I had it in that mesh bag thing.
Yes. But that's the reasoning behind it, so there you go. How do we move on to whips?
Yes, ma'am. Bonk.
Whips.
Whoosh. I seriously need to, like, get Stitch. I need to find a pattern that's Indiana Jones whip.
I'm sure you can find one on Etsy. Etsy has everything. Whether it's legal or not.
Well, technically all I need is a bull whip, which is what it's called.
Yes. Yes.
ink circles, circular logic. I'm getting it. I'm just lining it up.
So pretty.
This is going to be fun when it's done. And this is what I got done so far. I had a little bit of fun. Because it's the most stitching I've done in a while. I didn't do that much.
What fabric is that on, darling?
I was about to get there, actually. I just had to put this down first. And I actually forgot to write it down like I did the other one. Whoops, I have to fix that. This is Metal Roof?
Old Barn Roof.
Old Barn Roof. I'm making a note.
Would you like me to write it down for you?
And this is 18 or 16 count?
It's 16 count.
Thank you. Oh, I actually did this for all of my other projects.
It's 16 count.
Yep.
It's my parlor trick. I don't know how I'm able to discern that, but...
Little random tidbit if you actually want to be able to know what fabrics you used and what count it is. I actually write it on the back of the cover photo.
So whoever inherits that pattern will know what he stitched it on.
Well, my exact thoughts to that one is, if I'm giving it to you for free, some chicken scratch on the back of the cover photo should be the least of your problems.
True story. True.
Do you have any idea? Like half the books you bought me for D&D have names on them.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they didn't write in the book itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know.
That's what you get.
That's what you get for buying them used. Okay. So, let us...
That's why she's awesome.
Yes.
I got the lovely woman who actually sees a bunch of D&D books at a garage sale and texts me a picture going, "Do you want these?"
I did that to my mother with puzzles at the church rummage sale. And Mom goes, "Sure, why not?" One of them is a 2,000-piece puzzle.
She kept complaining that she was getting her puzzles done too fast.
She's like, "Well, this one's going to take me a hot minute." I'm like, "Well, I wasn't entirely sure you wanted a 2,000-piece puzzle, but for like, I think I don't know if I paid 50 or 75 cents for the 3 each for the puzzles. For that much, if you don't like it and we get rid of it, well, that's too bad." Oh, well. Okay, so I did not finish Health and Wellness Week in Daily 30. I was like a chicken with my damn head cut off last week. It was aggravating. I am frustrated with my lack of stitching lately. I am hoping that it gets better soon. I'm also right now, apparently, Facebook does not want to cooperate.
Do you want me to pause it until you figure it out, or you want me to do a dance?
Please pause it until I figure it out.
Sorry, you don't get to see me dance.
It involved me telling everything on my phone to go away. Alright, so I did not finish Health and Wellness Week in Daily 30. As I said, busy. If I don't get unbusy enough that I get stitching time again, I will probably lose my mind. But anyways, I did manage to get a few of the prompts done. Stitch on a whip was something that moves. I pulled out Scenic Farm. Whoops, that's upside down. Yes, my cover photo is beat the fudge up. It happens. What?
Are you ready for Joe's Smart A comment to that?
What?
Everything moves. The planet's rotating while orbiting the sun. Nothing is standing still. And since we are not at the absolute zero, all atoms are currently moving. Therefore, everything moves.
I got nothing. I mean, he's not wrong.
That's what annoys people is I'm usually not. And they're
Sharon,
like,
this is what I deal with.
Hey,
Sharon's
I'm
one of the
helpful.
Daily 30 admins, and she watches our videos occasionally, so if she's watching this one, she's going to be like, oh boy. Okay, well, sheep move, trees move with the wind. What did I put? Oh, I put sheeps move, trees move with the winds, clouds move, buildings move with enough wind, but we really don't want that now, do we? But anyway.
As I said, that was the other point I was going to make. Ask an EF5 tornado what moves.
410 stitches. This is on the white kit Ada. 410 stitches. All in here. Cloud and tree.
Yay.
Actually, I think this on the very bottom of where I stitched might be part of the top of the barn or the building that's right there. I don't know. Clouds and trees. Clouds and trees. What fun.
Oh, I can give you some things that are worse.
I don't mind the clouds and trees. It does get a little boring because it's all one color, but you know, it's also relatively easy, quick stitching. Especially when I get to the part where I have, you know, what's got trees and built, you know, the cloud part that's up to the top. Once I get there, it'll be really nice and easy stitching. Okay. Use my free pass on one of the prompts because this is why I earned free passes. Oh, I think my keys just went bad.
Darn gravity. See, everything moves.
Everything moves. It's sitting over there. I forgot something over by my chair. Stitch on a whip with a heart. This is a heart. And I was like, yay, I finished it. Did I finish it? No. There's like 10 stitches right there I need to do. But for all purposes, my Quaker Rose heart from Stone Street Stitchwork is done.
And when you get the last 10 stitches in, I'll find the bell.
The bell is
when you get the last 10
on the
stitches
floor.
in.
You guys probably aren't going to see it when I get those last 10 stitches in.
I might drag it out when you get the 10 stitches in.
Can you walk into the living room and get me the cardinal bag? Okay, so I had to... I'm throwing things. Where'd it go? Literally, where is this project?
Which one?
Did I not pull it out? This project. This project. Thank you. Okay. So, that was not enough stitches. I only did 100 and... I don't know. I only did 152 stitches on that. So, the round robin that will never end. My local stitchy friends from Just Stitching decided in like November of 2019 we were going to start a round robin, and some of them started it in December. Some of us got ours going. If it wasn't going by November or by December, it was going in January. So we'll say January 2020 is when we officially started this round robin.
I believe everybody sees the problem.
Obviously, in March, we switched. In February, we never got to the March switch because our meeting was fun night was canceled due to COVID. So nothing moved through the duration of 2020. In 2021, we finally said, okay, we need to figure out how to get this moving again because we all want our projects back, right? I have done everybody's project. I am working on my last person's project. And I'm a little salty with this project. So I am stitching this little block from the Stitches for Needleworkers. This is the volume 4 leaflet. I am stitching the sewing machine. And we are stitching it over 1 on 20 count, I think. I'm pretty sure it's, I know it's not 28 count. I'm pretty sure it's 20 count.
The funny part is that when you said 20 count, the cat looked up at you like you were crazy.
Well, trust me. This is an exercise in crazy. I'm frustrated with this project. I have done 791 stitches on this project. As you can see, I don't know what the fabric's called. I don't know what kind of fabric she has. I had the top border and this side border done and had to frog out all of the side border and part of the top border. So like 195 stitches lost. But we're back on track. I'm going to finish the sewing machine. I'm going to do side border. I'm going to finish the quilts in the middle. I'm going to do side border. I'm going to finish the words and do the bottom border. Because the border is, and I just don't, borders are tedious. If I would hold it still, y'all would appreciate it. That's my progress on it. I am 90% sure that this is the one other person who had the project, Stitches, and this is the person whose project it is, Stitches. We're going to let that speak for itself.
And I'm just going to say this. If you're pitching out, if you are picking out projects for your friends to stitch, and you want to keep your friends, do not do it over 1, unless it's like 200 stitches.
This has been a bear. My stitches don't look great. I will persevere and get this done. You will probably see lots of this in the next few weeks. Because obviously there's 6 of us that are doing 6. Yeah, there's 6 of us that are doing it. I want to get this moved on. So you're going to be seeing lots of it. I'm doing what I can with it. I do like the pattern, and I do like all of the patterns in the little sampler. If you will notice, when I pull the little sampler up, I stitched Mayor Spools because that's a freebie on the website. I'm probably going to buy the leaflets and stitch the other parts of the leaflets because, but I'm gonna do them, individually, obviously, because I've already done Mayor Spools individually, and I don't know if I do all of them. I want to do most of them. Anyways, squirrel, ADD. So that's that. I did not write this down. But, so that's all the prompts I got done this week. I only got 2 prompts done. 3 if you count the free pass. 4 if you count the Sal prompt, which I was like, well, I'm definitely getting that done because that's 10 tokens. And I want my 10 tokens for it. And this is the Peppermint Purple 2021 Blackwork Sal. I have all of the little boxes done. Now I just need to worry about filling in the little boxes. So that's plus. That makes this a lot easier. I thought this was bad. I don't know what's worse. I mean, I can see that without a magnifier. But it's a bear to stitch on. This if I've got my magnifier isn't horrible. But okay, and then So I wasn't going to do my focus piece this weekend because I really want to focus on getting that round robin piece done. But then I was like, I got to a point yesterday where I had enough stitches for something. I don't know. I got to a point where I was like, okay, I need to put this down for a little bit. So I'm just going to work on my focus piece. This weekend's focus piece was Raven Queen. For those of you who don't know, I'm converting her into Regina from Once Upon a Time. So she will be red and black. She is on a piece of 32 count Raven. We called fabric Raven Queen. I did all of my stitching on her shoulder gear and her hair and her head. Been a little bit of a struggle bus with the converting because rather than doing a gold crown, I'm doing silver. I don't have a ton of silver metallics. I don't have a ton of silver beads. And getting them as a bear because those are like, those come from Backorder Central. No. I went with what I had because, supply issues. So it's working at the moment. I think it looks okay.
It looks great. I don't see what your problem is, honestly.
Well, like these stitches over here on the outside of the collar that are metallic-y are supposed to be a different color.
But I'm saying it still looks good.
Well, yeah. I'd contemplated going with a light pink in here to complement the dark red, but that didn't look right. So, because this is supposed to be have the illusion of seeing through it. The silver metallic is what worked best. So it is looking well. I'm sure it will look fine. I'm not doing beads. I'm actually not doing beads on it. I decided to go with metallic threads instead of beads. I can't tell you really why I did that. But that's what I did. So, okay, so that's been my stitching for the week. And, yeah. It's been our stitching for the week. I do have haul because I got haul from guild meeting.
Okay. Button time.
Yes. Haul, y'all.
Yeehaw!
I didn't FFO anything for guild meeting last week because I was so flippin' busy.
You're fine.
No, I'm not doing well with this stitchy time. But anyways, I did pick up a freebie from Guild. It's an Artisy, and it is called Cardinal. I have a Cardinal thing. It is 115 by 136. So it's actually not that big. And I don't think it's full coverage. If this white is stitched, it won't be on mine. I can tell you that. But I have a thing with cardinals. Cardinals are like the state bird of Ohio, and in both our house in Elyria and here, we have had cardinals. There was actually a nesting pair at our old house in Elyria. The ones that are here, I think they nest nearby, but not on our property. But I do have our bird feeder set up. I buy the songbird bird feed. So that's my cardinal. That's all I got for haul.
Button pushing time again.
Button pushing time again.
Boop.
Plans and announcements.
I'm planning on going to bed soon.
Let's see.
I might get stitching, and I just had a kind of a day. And then I got a lot of yard work to do because Mother Nature decided that right when the grass got long, it was going to saturate everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's spring. That's like ridiculous how much you have to mow during spring in Ohio. But so, well, my plan is this thing. I did use this for a couple of monthlies. For Daily 30, it's make your own monthlies. And if you amuse the grader, you get an extra token. I don't know if I will amuse her or not, but I'm kind of coming up with anything and everything I can to make this fit. I did something about Singer, sewing machines, something about multi-crafters and other hobbies.
I have a really funny one for you.
Uh,
I found my wife's favorite classical singer.
that actually would be really amusing.
This is how my brain works.
Totally gonna use that.
Hmm?
I'm totally gonna use that. Okay.
I know you would. You love that when I do that stuff.
Yes. So I haven't even looked at this week's new prompts. Like I made my post. I didn't read them. I'm bad. Okay, let me rephrase it. I have read them. So let us go through them for Maui week. Stitch on something with flowers. Stitch on something in your whip that has 3 or more colors in the same object. Those quilt blocks have 3 or more colors.
The singer has
has 3 or more colors.
The border has 3 or more colors, actually.
The words have 3 different colors. So
this is a very shader
every item in this has. Well, yeah, and remember when I did Mayor Spools? How I was like, I'm just picking a variegated floss for this, this, and this, and it'll work out fine. When I do them for myself, guess what I'm going to do? So everything that'll fit for that. Stitch on your tallest whip. Yeah.
Lady with dog.
Yes, and she's going to get busted out for that because stitch on a whip that's in progress for 11 months or more. This counts because it was started in like
2019.
At 2020 at minimum. I'm pretty sure it was, but I know it was started in 2019. Stitch on your largest whip.
Aragon.
No. General store.
Or would it be
General
the
store.
flag?
General store is the biggest. General store is not the biggest.
I have one question about that one. Is that by dimensions or stitch count?
It is the biggest whip I have.
I know, but I'm asking for like if I was doing those because I have one project that's big, but it's empty. I have another one that's like full coverage, so it has more stitches.
It would probably,
Probably both would work.
I think you could say both would work. Most people go for biggest stitch count, width and length. Depending on where I'm at, this is the 100, 200 week, so depending on where I'm at with that one may either get A, my free pass, or B, alternative stitches on this, or C, I will put 200 stitches into General Store. I plan to restart General Store and Mini Steam Heart on 20 count Ada because the 25 count is giving me the same aggravations that this is giving me. My stitches are sliding behind. My stitches don't look good. I don't like it. It looks like crap. So there's that. And then the bonus Sal prompt, which will get done, and the non-counting challenge. And we will see what I pull out of my behind for the monthlies. I've got 4 monthlies done. Raven Queen was a monthly too. And did something about being inspired by something really weird to stitch it. And she's by far my strangest inspiration because a TV show, I mean, lots of people stitch things from TV shows, and I realize that I have a scene from a movie, but I'm actually converting a pattern because of a TV show. I think that's kind of maybe the strangest.
I think actually your strangest one has already been finished.
Alright.
Lady of the Flag to look like the Statue of Liberty.
I got the colors though off of.
I know, but I think that was your strangest conversion.
No, I think Raven Queen takes the cake.
Okay, well, that's personal preference, and hey, you win because it's yours.
Exactly. So that's the plan for the week. We'll see how it goes. Announcements.
Have a great week.
Have a great week. Supposedly, the big. We are 3 weeks behind on shipping is off of Witchell's website, so maybe they're back to shipping normal. I don't know.
They're tired of people complaining about it.
I don't know. I got a big old box of floss that I ordered, and I looked at the invoice, and at least one of them was back ordered. Stellar. I'm tired of back ordered stuff. Y'all. Like, I get it. This whole supply chain issue, whatever you want to call it, it's frustrating to everybody, and everybody's in the same boat. I'm tired of it.
Well, as I told you, at least you can get a hold of these people. I have 2 big vendors for my job that we send equipment out. Like, one of them is the person who made our piece of equipment that we have to send it out to calibration for them. Because it's our highest level standard. We cannot get them to reply to a phone call or an email. I'm talking several $1,000s in a sale, and they cannot be bothered to reply.
Good times there. I mean, this whole stuff out of stock backward, it's affecting everybody, and it's affecting us, and it's affecting me with my business, and it's frustrating, and I'm doing the best I can for folks. And I do appreciate folks being understanding when they're like, hey, can I get, and I'm like, sure, but it's going to take a while for it to get here. Most people are like, yeah, that's great. That's fine. I do plan on getting out invoices for the mystery box tomorrow. I did no work yesterday because I was just done. My brain was done.
You're fine.
I've done some work today. I have all of the Sullivan's floss numbers input into. I had to make 5 different entries for the Sullivan floss. I have it all put in. I'm working on getting quantities in. I actually have everything but the big box the order I just got put in for quantities. So some of them I don't have in yet, but if you go and order them and it says not in stock, shoot me an email and we'll get it together.
Short answer is back ordered.
Short answer is it's back ordered right now. I am going to start trying
Because
to.
we ordered all of them.
No, I did not order all of them.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said you ordered all of them.
I only have about half of them. I think. I maybe have more than half. I maybe have 2/3 at this point.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh my god, my head broke.
But I am going to work on getting all of them when I order from Witchell. I know I need to order a floss color for the Sal pattern. I'm going to take a chance and order it and hope it doesn't take a whole month to get here. I mean, if it takes much more than 2 weeks, I'm just going to go buy the DMC from Joann's. But Actually, I'll probably drive over to Shelley's and buy the Sullivan's. No, I'll probably just buy the DMC from Joann's because I go by Joann's every week for stitching. But yeah, I'm working on that, so it's work in progress. So that is it for the announcements. If you do want to order the 12 Days of Christmas mystery box, and you do want to do the payments, you have until June 1st to order. If you want to do a one-time payment, you can order it up until October 1st. October 1st is when I'm cutting off orders. And that is ultimately just to make sure, A, I have time to dye fabric, because obviously you're getting fabric from the fabric dyer, and B, I have time to get in all of the other supplies necessary that I'm putting in the box. So, and it's mostly stitchy stuff. There are a few things that aren't stitchy in it, but you'll enjoy them. I promise. That's it. What do we want the people to do?
Have a nice day.
We want you to have
Stay
a wonderful week.
If you are in the same area, if you're in the same type of area as we are, and it's really nice out, get a little bit of sun.
Enjoy the outside. If you are on the East Coast, stay dry.
The nice weather's coming, trust us.
It's coming. That's what the Weather Channel has told me. If you are in the Southwest, stay safe, because it is major fire season down there right now. They are having serious fire
season.
There is no more fire season. It's just a year-round
fire.
It's just a year-round fire danger.
Okay.
So,
please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, thingy me bobby, all the YouTube things. You know what? If you made it this far, what? Shoot.
If you made it this far, hold please.
Do you want me to pause?
Yes.
Don't ask me.
If you've made it this far, you would like this pattern, what random thing do we want them to say in their comment?
Incredible journey.
Can we go with one word?
Journey.
Okay.
If you're wondering, yes, Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey is the thought behind it, because it's a house.
Okay, fair enough. So, if you have made it this far and you would like my copy of Home for Christmas, which I have stitched, and I loved stitching, but I'm not going to stitch it again so somebody else should enjoy it, put Journey somewhere in your comment.
Do not say free. Do not say any of the other stuff. If you do, you're disqualified.
Yes.
Because I think there's like bots out there looking for those.
There are bots out there that look for free giveaway and all of that. So obviously we don't want that problem. But also, I want to reward the people who stick around through all of our nonsense. We're not that long this week, so it's not asking that much. So, all right.
And if anybody asks why you are saying that word, tell them to watch the video till the end. And that is the only thing you should tell them. Let us have our fun and join in it too.
Join the fun, please. All right. So that's it for this week. We hope you guys have an incredible week. We hope you are getting weather to enjoy.
Or you're at least staying dry.
Or you're at least staying dry.
And safe.
Yes, and safe. At least you're staying safe. So, have a great week. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.